I want to wish everyone a happy new year. One of the things that's interesting to do is to take a look at the history of the Dow. You see this, I can go back to 1924 on my trade station. Let's me go back 90 years, and we can take a look at this. It doesn't look like the Dow did much since 82, but you have to look at it on a percentage basis. So to do that, we look at the Semilog scaling. You go into Format, Semilog scaling, and you see a better perspective of how it would have done, and some of the symmetry that's involved is very interesting here. I want to highlight that here and show you what's going on. You see back in 1924 time frame, you see this huge move up to 1929, and then you of course you had the Great Depression with that peak there, and then a move down until mid 1932, which the Dow went down to 40, very low price, and then it rallied all the way up from 1932 to 1937, about a 5 year period there. And then it went down until 1942. And then that was the bottom of this choppy period that we see here. And then a big move up and sideways and another move up. And so to fast forward to the current time frame, we see similar price action if we take a look from this point. Uh, this is back in around 2000. 2000 is right here, and so 2001, 2000, 2003, up to about here kind of matches this move. And then the Great Depression, you see 1929 to 1932 is a time period from here, kind of matches this move. And then you see a move up from 1932 to 1937, 5 year period, which kind of matches this move. Time-wise and the way it looks, the percentage magnitude is less than what you see from this point in 1929 down to 1932. It's over a 90% drop in prices, and so we did not experience anywhere near 90%. That's almost everything, but you see similar price moves, and so if we're going to do a similar thing going forward, you would anticipate a 5 year period that would do this until 2018, and then a potentially a move up. And 2018 would be halfway through, about halfway through the next presidential term, and so the first year of the next presidential term. So you'd see 5 years from now if it matched this. I'm not predicting that it's going to do this. These are only two occurrences. You see the first occurrence here, and the second occurrence of this here. Very similar looking. The symmetry is interesting. From 24 to 42 is 18 years. 1924 to 1942, 18-year period here. And then you see about an 18-year period from the year 2000, which is about right in here, to now it's about 12 years. And so 18 years would be another 5 years out. And so if it did repeat this 18-year window. Another thing that's interesting is this from 1942 up to 1965 is 23 years. So you see a 23-year period here, pointing out the symmetry. And so from 1965 to 1982 is 17 years. 17 years here, 18 years here, and we've got 12 years here so far. And then from 82 to 2000 is, you see down in this time frame, it's 18 years. So in this time period, you've got about 23 years. So you got 18 years here, 23 years from this low, 42. If you add 5 years to that, 47 to when it breaks this peak, it's 18 years from this peak. And then 17 years in here, 18 years to there, and then 12 years to there. And so there's some symmetry. 18 years sideways, 17 years sideways, and then 12 years sideways so far. And then depending on how you look at this, there's 18 to 23 years up, and then we had an 18-year move up here. And so there's a lot of symmetry, just something interesting, something that we take a look at, and something that wanted to share with you. If you like to look at long-term perspective and cycles and symmetry, it's very interesting to me. So I wanted to share that in this video. I hope everyone has a happy new year. We'll talk more about short-term trading in the next video.